Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how I came up with the composition for my word collage for my About Me page. So there's not like a right or wrong way to come up with a composition, but essentially you're just going to make shapes. And it can be any shape you want. Personally, I feel like if you're just starting off, rectangles are probably going to be the easiest, but the main thing to keep in mind is that you want to vary the sizes of the shapes, the width, the length. You can also vary the orientation. So as you can see, I have one that goes vertically down, or two, because there's that tiny little space that I wanted to fill in. And that's a great way to like not only make the composition more fun, but to also fill in spaces. And then another thing to often keep in mind is that erasing is okay. Like it's really hard to get the composition exactly how you want it the first time you do it. So erasing and then seeing like how many words you have in your About Me. When you were brainstorming your About Me page, that also will help you decide like how many squares to make. But you don't have to use up all the words that you wrote. I had 13 different words, but I ended up only having, I think, 11 boxes. I'm trying to make a few more boxes because that was a little bit too little. But I wanted to just to let you guys know that you don't have to use all the words that you came up with. You can just do a few of them. You can do more of them. It's completely up to you. But once you have your shapes ready, you can just fill in them with the words that you've picked out already. And that's why you want to come up with a variety of different word lengths, because as you can see, some of the shapes are longer, some of the shapes are shorter. So if all your words are the same length, then it's going to be a lot harder to fill in the different sizes. And then for filling these in, you don't have to do block letters like I'm doing. Because there is a decent amount of space, block letters is a lot easier for me to do. If you have a lot of words and you don't have that much space, then maybe you want to do monoline. Or if lettering is not something you're very familiar with, you can always just do your handwriting and just write however you normally write. And as you can tell, and I ended up splitting this little box into two different lines because I feel like the Chinese zodiac and just like your star sign is somewhat similar, so I figured I could put them together in one box. So yeah, this is another example of things will change. You can adapt however you need as you go. You don't have to stick to the boxes necessarily. These are just because we all know when you're staring at a blank page, you don't know how to start. So if you draw these boxes, not only is it good for planning purposes, but it also helps with that blank page fear that we all have. And then yeah, so it just goes to filling in the appropriate word. So if you have a very long box, then you're obviously going to do a long word like I did with Louisiana. But if you have a short word, then you want to do smaller boxes like I did with ox. So that's why having a variety of word sizes is very helpful in this situation. And again, you don't have to do block letters. There are so many different kind of lettering styles. You can do your favorite. I'm just doing it because block letters are my favorite. And also because I plan on just coloring in every word in a different color. So having the same lettering style is okay because it's easy to distinguish between the different words via the color. But if you're gonna do only one color, then you might want to consider just making the different words styles a little bit different. That way at first glance you can tell the composition is made up of many different ideas instead of just one thought, if that makes sense. Yeah, so just fill in the words as you can, and as you can tell, introvert ended up being way longer than I expected, and instead of forcing it to fit into a smaller rectangle, I just made the right side a little bit smaller, and since fall is such a short word, it fits in perfectly. So yeah, again, this is not set in stone. Your boxes are not, you don't have to do your boxes exactly as how you set it when you first sketched it. Again, my ramen is going to be a little bit longer than expected, so I'm just going to make the right hand side a little bit shorter. But that's just playing around with composition. The more free you are with it, the better, the easier it will be for you to just like try different things. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys found this helpful. Thanks so much for watching.